What are we at now? 206? 205?
205 what?
207 episode. 205.
205 pods.
Yeah, well, the live ones, yeah.
205 live podcasts.
205 live pods. We're
And
205
then
live.
how many partial episodes did we probably do?
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know.
100, a few hundred.
Yeah, sure. Probably in that range.
So how many pods have we shot? Like 350 podcasts?
Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea.
So we're 1/4 of our way to 1,000 pods.
We gotta get to 1,000 pods, right?
Oh, we have to pod 1,000 times.
Do you think we'll have
1,000 live pods? The future, David, if you didn't know, is live audience interaction and live podding. Believe it or not, live.
Well,
Can you imagine live podcast? Like the
crazy.
technology that already fucking exists is going to be the future. You mean like? Do you remember when I was doing car videos and people thought it was weird, and then everybody's TikTok videos is either their bedroom or a car?
The worst thing, and I get some like slight editing or whatever. I like 100%. I don't expect like everyone to just do videos unedited. But like the worst thing is when you'll watch people do these like one-on-one like videos and there will be like 30 jump cuts in a sentence. It's like, dude, could you not even put one sentence together correctly without having to jump? Like every time I
Oh, you
see
mean
that,
the conversation loop? Like they couldn't go like a whole minute without having their
yeah.
attention and the flow of conversation, so they have to like retake the same segment over and over and cut it together?
Well, it's kind of like you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell like when you're watching one of these videos that they just either they like completely messed up what they were going to say and it's pre-scripted and planned or whatever, or they went off on like a tangent and then when they were editing they realized they went off on a tangent and then they like tried to bring it back. But like regardless of what it is, it'll just be this like they'll be in the middle of a sentence and then it'll be like a jump cut to like another sentence and it's like what happened there? Like were you planning on saying the same sentence and it didn't come out right? You didn't say it right. Like it's also pre-planned. Like it's all they'll like go for like perfection on every single word to the point where it becomes so unreal because, like I said, you can tell it's very obvious. Like they're not just speaking, and it makes me wonder like what those people are like in real life to talk to. Like, can they not? Can they not do that? Can they not do this?
Because they get caught, they're like autistically caught in the trap of
Why?
perfection.
Maybe. Well, it could be that. It could be a little bit of that. Like maybe they're
This
just trying to.
image is more important than content. Like they're stuck in content creation mode. Like
Could be.
I'm in the, David. I know we always ramble, but you know, I don't create content. I've like just record the content I create, and I know that sounds like a semantic on words, but I've told you as we've talked history, religion, and politics, Dave and I personally, before we've podcast. Right. So like we were technically creating content. It just wasn't content because we didn't record it. You know what I mean? And it's weird because we are in the era of people have gamified the system and try to just make money and make it like a career. I wouldn't even say this is like a hobby or a passion project, when you're dealing and talking about some of the things we're talking about personally. I think it's
Mhm.
more just like, I don't know what like a human being should do against the system that's so vilely corrupt. But
Well,
like
right. Because if I were to do hobby videos, I would just go on YouTube and do like automotive stuff.
automotive or your fish thing or your
Sure.
racing videos, like you personally, Dave, we just listed three things that you could do and probably get monetized for.
Hmm.
And it's like, if
Yeah,
you want to just
and I like
create content, you could do that. You could record all your Gran Turismo shit and stream Gran Turismo.
sure. Yeah, like and I like games. I like racing. I like fucking like saltwater fish and reefs and stuff. Like I could do all that stuff on YouTube and be pretty stress free and not have to worry about if a video is getting taken down or whatever. Actually, I made this point yesterday, but it's very obvious when you're doing it all the time what YouTube does, right? Because I don't know if you've noticed, but we haven't had a strike or any type of video taken down or any of the stuff
Selection
on
season's not here.
100%. Wait to the midterms. I guarantee you they start popping up again.
It's almost like you have to grow outside of the election cycle, but, like, that's kind of a counterintuitive way to grow because the time you grow is during the election. So, like,
Well,
the time you really get an audience because you're unrestricted by the algorithm is the 2 years in between main elections.
mhm.
So then, like, the time that you're unrestricted and you might gain, like, 50 followers, like, yeah, that's dope because you get 50 followers, not ungrateful, everybody, thank you. But we could probably gain 100 times that amount if I was unrestricted on the algorithm during an election cycle about modern events, about modern history. Like, once
Well,
again, Dave
either
and I are not a politics show. If you guys want politics, go watch Ben Shapiro. If you want actual breakdowns of policy and how it's going to affect like your taxes and shit. Dave and I are not do we actually don't do politics anymore. I don't think we ever did. Now that I think about it, it's always been this cultural.
well,
Um,
it like all gets tied up. I mean, it all gets tied up into itself, right? It's like all this big ball of culture and politics, which is all one thing. But
my
and
point is, we're not covering policy. You know, we've said this before. This
well,
isn't nothing new.
not basic
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we'll
I
cover
told my dad
events.
about the $150 trillion military the other day because he asked me what I would do to
Great
fix it.
idea. I swear to
It's
God,
like
that would work.
yeah, here's what we do. I was like, all right, the world is broke. He looked at me. I was like, we looked up the world. I was like, Dave did this on the program. Him and I did this. We war
Do
game
this
this
live
live
in
on the
5 minutes.
live in 5 minutes. We saved the whole world. Said the world only is worth $130 trillion left. So I'm like, you take a loan out for $150 trillion. You build a military for $150 trillion. I was like, you take over the entire globe and make it America.
And then I don't have to pay it back anyway because
I
I
don't have
own
to
it. Oh,
take
yeah,
who am I? Yeah, yeah,
what do
yeah.
I owe myself? Who cares?
Self, yeah.
I,
You wanna own a
you know,
bank that I own.
it's half kidding, but I feel like somebody more polished could actually make that work.
I don't understand how it wouldn't work. Once again, I am all for. I'm against globalism. I'm all for Americanism. So if the rest of the world wants to become America,
You would just have to make it not super obvious, right?
no, I think we make it obvious. I think we're done with like
Well,
the
because
counter.
you gotta get the money too. So that's the part that's tricky. Like you can't make it obvious because then people are like, wait a minute, you're just gonna take me
Dude,
over.
Trump bombed a country, hit them with sonic weapons to make their fucking water in their blood brain barrier bleed out their fucking nose. Kidnapped their
But
president all because he talks shit.
you know what? You know what?
And then David, right away, he said, "We're gonna send the oil companies in." Was the first things out of his mouth. This is like Terry Pagula at the fucking press conference just saying, "Yeah, it's his fault."
Yeah, I really didn't want that receiver. Um, you know what I learned about hypersonic weapons?
Hmm.
Shouldn't say learned, realized as like
Didn't
I'm like,
exist until yesterday
no. They're less effective against fat people. Like
because
just
they
now,
have.
because muscle stores water, fat doesn't store as much water.
Oh my god!
So think about it. Muscular people will be taken out faster by hypersonic weapons.
I gotta get fat.
Supersonic
That's it.
weapons.
I've been living in this wrong, Dave. Time to get fat. Time
We
to
need to
bulk up, boys. Chat, bulk up.
get fat, boys. Get fat. We're
Fat
taking on the
boys.
sonic
Been
missiles,
waiting. We've been
sonic
taking
weapons.
on. We got to fight the Sonic military, dude. Sonic the Hedgehog.
The more
Reporting
weight,
for
the better, boys. Bullets can't get to your
fatter the
organs. The fat army is actually
knives.
the play.
Yeah, dude. The fat
In
zombies will leave you alone because you're
in
just
the
too big to
world
like
of
go
war,
after.
the Tates are they're gonna go way before Fuente. Like not that
Did I
Fuentes.
send you the Tate tweet? Did I send you the thing?
I think you did send me one. Maybe
Read,
you did.
read.
Wait,
I
maybe
think I
did you?
swear I sent. It was today. It would have been today.
I thought you did too, but
Hours, moments ago. 20 minutes
wait,
later.
wait. I don't think you did. You didn't.
Dave,
I don't know why I thought you did, but then you
clearly.
clearly didn't. No, I got the 49ers thing I sent you. Apparently the San Francisco 49ers, because of their rash of injuries, their stadium is like it's either their stadium or like where the practice facility. It's right next to this like electrical substation, and they're investigating that as a cause of the injuries now, which is fucking wild. I sent you the thing about lab mice, which is
They're
hilarious.
getting ankle injuries?
All types of injuries. Dude, they had like ACLs and all types of shit. Like fucking everybody got hurt. It was crazy. Like their top players got hurt.
So they're thinking it's because the vibrations of the electricity under the ground.
So I don't know. Maybe something. I don't know. Lab
Did they
mice.
build a substation underneath the stadium?
No, it's literally next to the like it's directly. It's in the parking lot. It's the craziest shit. I don't know why or like what they thought that. And not that I think you would automatically think that's a bad thing, but like why would you put it by the stadium? Just on the very like most
Dave, you know
basic
how
premise. Like
Dave, you know when you start I know this sounds crazy to you, but you know, like, when you start working on a car and you're like, "Why the fuck would the engineer put
it's
this
because they
thing?"
fuck with you. I swear to
It
God, the engineers are fucking with the techs.
Yeah, the same shit happens in construction,
They're just fucking with people.
except they call it on-site engineering is literally the term an engineer will give you. Like, yeah, it's not on the print, so it's on-site engineering. These guys can do like a third of their job and call the rest of
Because
it.
on
And
the
you know who
fly,
has
they
to, you know who,
fucking put it in.
for the record, do you know who the on-site engineer is? The electrician, the pipe fitter, the iron worker, I'm not a fucking engineer, but I guess we're writing blueprints for a building. But yeah, they don't fucking dude, there's been times to go into a room to put a box there for wire and there's a fucking sprinkler head for like a water line there. It's
Yeah,
like,
just put
dude,
it right next to the sprinkler head. You'll be fine.
no, it's like
Yeah, it'll be
a
okay.
light is going
Yeah,
there.
just make it
Your
GFCI.
sprinkler head
Fine.
can't be over a fucking light. It's a fucking goddamn hazard.
You
And the
need a
guy's like, "Oh,
GFCI.
just move it over a tile." Like, if you move it over a tile, it throws all the other fucking lights off in the row off, you fuck. Like, oh. Yeah, no, David. The reason dumb shit like that happens is somebody literally didn't think about it.
Yeah, but this is a whole power station. Like I don't
Yeah,
think.
no, I'm
No, I
just
don't think
telling you.
they accidentally put a whole power station in the parking lot.
They didn't fucking think about it. They were just like, yeah,
Uh,
just put it right here.
I think like the most likely
Or a
scenario is
pre-existing condition, like they couldn't dig a hole there, or like it's
well,
crazy bedrock. Or
may-
California. No, in California, you can't dig a fucking hole there without spending some kind of crazy money on
it could be like all those things, or it could be like maybe the electrical substation. Like I don't know, maybe they like partially paid for the stadium. I don't know. It could be 1,000 different things, but regardless, there's one there. It's like on the parking lot. It's kind of fucking crazy.
Is it
So
the
they're
Jews' fault,
investigating
David?
that. I don't probably not. Um, Ryan, on the show today, we have to talk about the newest Trump Towers. That's a joke. Patel Bongino and getting their story straight. This is a weird little thing that was leaked. Pam Bondi and the Clintons get a rope. I typed conservative. You typed conservative in YouTube search and our show came up? I don't know if that's I don't know if he's making a joke because he put it in quotes, or did he put it in quotes to tell me what he typed? You can't find our show by typing the show's name, so that would
Dude,
be
I'm subscribed. I am subscribed to the channel already, okay? I'm subscribed to my own YouTube channel. YouTube knows it's my YouTube channel, and I can't even find my own program in my own search engine that I make with my friend that I'm subscribed to. I get Jon Stewart.
World Economic Forum and geoengineering. There's a fun little leaked video. Pfizer CEO and anti-science, and TPUSA and a cease and desist order against Candace Owens.
You're going after my girl?
Well, I mean, it depends. It depends, Ryan. Some people would say that she's going after them, right?
I hope we go after global pedophiles and vampires. Literal vampires.
Yeah. What are you thinking, Ryan? What do you want to start with?
Was there a Tate thing?
I didn't have a Tate thing.
Oh,
You said something about a Tate tweet, but I don't have one. You didn't.
We must go back in Tate's archives and find said tweet. It was cryptic. I want Candace Owens.
Candace Owens. So, yeah, Candace Owens has received a cease and desist letter from TPUSA to stop her speculation over Charlie Kirk's death. In the letter, apparently, it states that Candace violated the it's an NDA, with the organization by spreading unfounded rumors and the organization's involvement in Kirk's death.
It's real easy to find them as rumors if you just release some information. Am I wrong to think that, like, have you guys heard the angle that Erica Kirk has, like, left her kids to, like, go campaign and, like, ride around the country and dick ride the fucking publicity for Turning Point USA? Have you heard that?
I don't know. I don't. I'll say this, Ryan. We agree on a lot of stuff,
dude. It's weird. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't know if I share your distaste for Erica Kirk.
Dude, it's weird. It's fucking weird.
Here's the thing, though. Like,
dude, you're leaving your kids so that you can run around the country and talk politics.
But look at the whole context of everything. Because even when Charlie Kirk was alive, she was still doing her own thing, doing her own show and all this stuff. So it's not like she's taking on a bigger role in it.
Say I hate women too. Go ahead. Say.
Oh,
say I do. Say I'm misogynistic, David. Go
ahead. I do. No, I think it could be rationally judged what she's doing. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I would like if I was Erica Kirk, I'd probably just sit at home with my fucking kids. Like me personally, I'm not here to live out Charlie's legacy. Like I'm here to take care of the family. Well, first of all,
they should just talk then. Fucking podcast it and talk and end
she does. She does do that, yeah.
Not with Candace Owens, she hasn't.
Well, they did a behind the scenes.
I know.
Which I suspect
part of the reason Turning Point USA is still fucking relevant is because Candace Owens keeps talking about it.
That I think is a great point. Actually, that is actually probably the best point because I really don't think. Like,
what are they offering? What are they offering? You're not replacing Charlie Kirk. So, like, the one thing you had a superhero on the college campuses wrecking college kids. You're not getting that. Ben Shapiro doesn't exist, and he's not doing it. Steven Crowder works for himself. Name some, and I'm not working for you. So name somebody that you're sending in there to do that. It's not happening. You
Josh
cannot
Hammer, Ryan.
He's not too agreeable. These people are too agreeable. You can't go into fucking. You have to stand in front of 5,000 people and tell them they're fucking idiots. Do you know how much balls it takes to go? They have all of the books behind them justifying the way that they feel about an alternative view of history, and you have to go in there and be like, "You're wrong, and you're being lied to, and you're paying for it." You know how there's a reason why there's Pompous Pilate and Jesus, David. Like this shit. To speak truth to power is such a rare thing in human history, let alone to just have it in a company and also be able to capitalize on it and make a multi-million-dollar business. You don't have Tony Stark. You lost Tony Stark. The only reason you're fucking relevant, the only reason you're actually getting any kind of coverage is because your whore wife is out there doing whore wife shit. Because you know what? You should be at home with your children. You're worried about Charlie's legacy and what he carried on. Do you really think that's what he would want you to do?
I don't know him well enough, but I will say the ultimate legacy would be the children, right?
That is the children. They share his name. They got his name from him.
Right? It's the DNA, it's the name, it's the bloodline, right? It's it would be everything in theory.
Look, and I get it. John Adams and George Washington, we can say, well, this is what founders do. We're in refounder season, right? You and I brag about it, and I've talked about the things I've had to think about and the things you have to give up for the pursuit of liberty. I get that. But maybe, look, I'm biased. I'll admit that openly. But maybe it wouldn't be so bad if it didn't seem like a spectacle. And I know you draw a spectacle to feed the fucking fish. I get that. I get that.
It is very
we're talking
showy.
About political assassinations. Imagine if when Abraham Lincoln was fucking shot, they threw a circus.
Well, I'll say the one
Did they do something like that? What did they do after Lincoln got fucking blasted? John F. Kennedy didn't throw a circus parade after Kennedy got murdered.
A funeral? A circus
funeral?
I mean? You know what I will say is, to your point, TPUSA had events and stuff before, but they weren't really this hyped up. So are they overcompensating to try to draw attention and to bring excitement while Charlie's gone? Maybe there's some of that, but
it's perfect political coverage for the Republicans and Trump and MAGA. We'll even fucking label them crazy here, even though we don't do this, right? Even for the MAGA dorks, Trump got shot at and lived, Charlie got shot at and didn't, right? So it's yin and yang of the same idea of that they're targeting you and your family and want to see you dead. It's such clear messaging that it makes sense from a political lens to employ her and TP. I understand like the fucking optics and the political and this landscape. I like your textbook doing the textbook thing, fine. But like you got like I don't know, dude. You got to do a little more to like kind of win me over that she's doing the right thing here.
Well, I
Like
think
I'm like to be honest, Dave, we're the people. It's not the fucking at the end of the day, it's not the Trump supporters that you got to win over that you're not being a scumbag, TPUSA. It's people like me and Candace Owens that don't believe no liars.
what
Because I'm going to talk, you may silence Candace Owens, but I didn't sign no DNA. NDA, rather, DNA. I didn't sign no DNA, David. I didn't sign no NDA. I don't have, like, fuck, I'll reach out to Candace myself and say I have an inside source about Charlie Kirk and I'll blow up overnight and Dave and I will just troll the shit out of her and tell her that we don't believe him either. And tell me that shit won't happen because I've come on this program and told you that they're coming for these people that are the gatekeepers and you're gonna have to talk to a nobody to get the truth someday.
let me ask you this. If Erica Kirk
Mhm.
were to, let's say, end of February, end of January, right? It's her last big event. So now February, right? Now she starts laying a little lower. She still does her show, right? Because she always did have a show. She starts doing her show and kind of laying low. She's off social media a little bit. She starts being slightly lower profile. Do you come around on her a little bit, or do you like? Is there a way that you think like she could start to come back to reality for you?
What is the goal of TPUSA? What is like their mission
Well, it
statement?
was to, I don't know it exactly, but it certainly seemed like their goal was to change like young minds, right? Because
Mhm,
everybody in that young high school, college atmosphere, right? They were all
mhm,
pre-programmed by years of the public education system. So his
mhm,
goal was to go right to them and deprogram them. That seemed to me what their goal was. At least Charlie's goal.
mhm. Well, I will tell you that, I don't know all 18 to 25-year-olds, David, but I think most of them believe that she's fucking around on somebody too.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what doesn't help.
Because when you see these spectacles, I mean, we're talking about the life of the father of your children. And I understand the whole we're gonna fuck. I get it. I get it. But like,
Get her up says is Erica Kirk not just a single mother building a future for her children? The future's built. Yeah,
ah,
the future. I will say to that point,
he
the
had
future's
life
built.
insurance. He had life
But
insurance.
they're well, fuck the life insurance. They have plenty of money. I don't think
They had
I don't
life
think that's a concern.
insurance,
They can
dude.
coast. They can coast. They're set for life.
Candace Owens said they made millions in some of these events one
Yeah,
day.
I mean, yeah, but Candace is also rich because of her husband. So, and don't get me wrong, like she clearly brings in her own revenue too. But her husband's stupid rich. So
What's
it's
he
like
do? Is he like
I don't I don't I don't know who he is or what he does. I just know he has a shitload of money because well they have like fucking
he's got a hot wife?
is he
That's how you can
tied to
tell.
royalty or some crazy shit? I don't remember exactly what it is. I
He's
could
an
be wrong
English
about that.
citizen, right? Something like that.
Yeah, it's something wild. Hold on. Let's see if I can pull this up. Candace Owens' husband is George Farmer, a British American businessman, entrepreneur, and former CEO of the conservative social media platform Parler. Holy shit, it was the Parler guy. Do you remember Parler? The Parler thing was crazy.
Oh, you
Uh,
mean Parler that I could download the app because you
well,
gotta use the alternative because,
if
if you guys have such good ideas, you can go use the alternative. But then when I downloaded the alternative, you said you're gonna remove it from the App Store and then you were gonna shut down the servers for the very place. So even if I downloaded or went to that website directly like parler.com, you would close the server at the internet browser so I couldn't even access the web.
yeah, well, the thing
I
about
mean that
Parler is
Parler.
Parler was I think it was pre Elon buying Twitter, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
and it was
Yes.
supposed to be the alternative to like Facebook,
Yes.
and it was fine. It was good. It worked for a while. I had a Parler account, still have, I guess, technically. And originally they pulled the apps from the app stores, right? But you could still go on. You could still go on to like www barler.com, and you could go in there and fucking still log on, right? But the apps didn't work. But then, was it AWS, the Amazon servers? They pulled out and pulled the server service right from under Parler's feet. So Parler literally had no servers. Lost my audio. Mandy says TPUSA made $250 million since his death. Candace said. Mandy said, Candace said. Yeah,
$250 million for a company.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, I'm sure those shirts, fucking I Stand With Charlie, were going for a couple bucks. They weren't free 99. Those were $20, $25, $35 shirts.
Yeah. He either way, Kenneth Owens certainly has her own share of money, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. What am I supposed to say to that?
Look, go live. Fuck it, go live. Things don't die in the dark.
Ryan, Pam Bondi, Attorney General Pam Bondi, who is just awful. Apparently, it's being leaked that Pam Bondi will not pursue anything against the Clintons, even if it's pushed to her desk. So that's super cool.
Do you know why?
The simpleton mind would say because she sucks, but that's not why. It's because she's part of it. Obviously, she's clearly part of the establishment, right? Is that not the most obvious statement of all time? This woman said, we've talked about 1,000 times, but like I literally will never get over this. This woman literally said the Epstein files are on my desk, and then she said, "Oh, there's no list." She said there were tens of thousands of hours of footage of Epstein and others with underage children, right? And then said that there was no proof of any crimes. Oh, we're still sorting through it. There's so many, there's tens of thousands of hours. Also, there's no crimes. Also, the files are on my desk. Also, there is no list. What are you talking about? That isn't incompetence. That level of incompetence doesn't exist even in government.
At least not on accident, David.
Dude, the Epstein files on my desk is hilarious because if you think about it, the Epstein files are what, like millions of pages? Like, I don't know, how big is your fucking desk, first of all? And then to be like, well, that also doesn't exist. Also, there's hours, thousands
millions,
of hours. Also, there's
millions
no
of files that don't exist. Millions of pieces of paper. Literal millions of sheets of paper just don't exist.
Absolute insanity. Can't believe these people believe any of this. I'm
convinced most people are NPCs and half of people are fucking fake. They're not even real.
Ooh, here's a fun story.
Shit's a prison, dude.
There was a leak that claims that Kash Patel and Dan Bongino were strategizing for their messaging on social media in the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's assassination. It says this. Whenever there's a critical incident, one of the first things that happens is a conference call with everybody. All the executives, most of the field officials, offices dial in. The director rarely speaks because someone with situational awareness is leading the call. They'll say, here's what happened, here's what we know, here's what we need, but we get on and Kash berating the special agent in charge in Salt Lake. He's super emotional. And then he says, and then it turns surreal. He and Bongino start talking about their Twitter strategy. And Kash is like, I'm going to tweet this. Salt Lake, you tweet that. Dan, you come in with this. Then we'll come back with this. And they're literally scripting out all their social media, not talking about how we're going to respond or resources or the situation. He's screaming that he wants to put stuff out, but it's not even vetted yet. It's not even accurate. Now, this could be coming from maybe an agent who is, first of all, apolitical, and he just wants to make Kash Patel, Dan Bongino look bad. It's possible. It could be also an official who maybe is disgraced. Maybe he was fired and he's disgruntled. You do have to consider the source, I suppose. And of course, we don't know the source because it is anonymous. But with that said, assuming that is true, which, to be honest with you, here's why I 100% believe it. Do you remember Cash Patel and Dan Bongino, we covered it on the show, did a literally side-by-side interview on Fox News? And that was when the infamous Epstein didn't kill himself clip came to light. Or Epstein did kill himself, sorry. The Epstein killed himself clip came to light. He's like, well, I read the whole file. Epstein killed himself. And they were just like sitting next to each other and like, yep, Epstein killed himself. Like, to me, that kind of corroborates the story, in my opinion. And now that guy's going to come back and do podcasting. And we're supposed to get what out of this, Ryan?
Propaganda.
That's
These
the
people
thing.
are viruses. They cannot create nothing on their own. They have to infiltrate systems and overthrow them from within. Because just like the devil, David, they cannot create nothing. They have to take and corrupt what is already there, which was already having the ability to be perfect, or the entity it needed to be. And it can be shapeshifted and reptilianized into something else, into a hybrid, a snake, an image of something that you don't want. It will start as the opposite of the thing. The very thing, the beauty of podcasting was it was unfiltered, live entertainment that became fused with educational information that was allowed for easy access spread that anybody could have access to all over the globe. And the beautiful thing about it was that there was no fact checking. It was free. You didn't have to get hung up on time frames. You didn't have to get hung up on situations or commercial breaks or our sponsors or guests interrupting each other because they didn't think they'd get their time. There would be time for them to talk eventually. And now, because they can't create anything, they have to infiltrate the very system that got them elected because they then seen the power. And of course, they were able to use it, I'm assuming, with Elon's data. I remember Trump saying that Elon's data has been very vital for the campaign. I may be mistaken on it. But the point is, now that they have data and they now know how the information loop works in this free atmosphere, quote unquote, free atmosphere that is podcasting, they now can corrupt it. They know how to influence it. They know what to do. That is probably why they asked Bongino to do what he did, is because now he had the credibility and he had an audience. So it's almost, if they can get him to flip, they're going to get at least a certain portion of his audience to flip, which allows it to just continually bask in the same narrative that they were trying to paint to begin with, which is that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. Because honestly, I've never in my life seen something stick more than Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. 9/11 as an inside job took a long time for the truth to start coming out about that. But these people can't create anything. And the very system that got them elected, they're going to use to turn it inward so that they always are getting elected. They know the playbook, they know how it works, and they know exactly how to monetize your attention. It's actually, at some point, I've thought about this, David. There may come a point that they just pod us into oblivion, that we'll just literally, when we come on and pod, we'll be talking to nobody but ourselves.
Pod to the pods.
Pod to the pods. And it'd be interesting because I still think I would show up and podcast all the same.
Pod from the pod to the pod.
And what I'm saying and all that is, like, these people know exactly what they're doing. That statement didn't like naturally evolve out of nowhere. Like, this is a militaristic plan, take over scientific technocracy of your life. And the idea that they wouldn't be able to use and hijack somebody, for all I know, we'll go full conspiracy fucking Cobra commander, that they brainwashed Dan Bongino or put a gun to his daughter or his son's head and said, rape your wife and kill you and bankrupt you. You know what? Maybe that's all it took. Maybe all it took was him to get paid off. Maybe all it took was him to have a book deal. Maybe all it took was him to have some horrors, or to, that gay video of him sucking dick not get released, whatever it is. I've been blackmailed before. Like, I get it. But whatever you got to do, I won't sell my country out. That's the thing. And it would take somebody noble, right? That's why they use these people.
Mhm.
They know exactly what archetypal character to pick, and they know that the people that they're picking and the people that follow them, and they have the mass metadata behind the age group and the demographics and the income brackets. They have all of that insider behind information. Trump is literally friends with Mark Zuckerberg. You don't think you would call him up like, "Hey, Zuck, can I have the last year's polling data for all the Republicans of what age group they are and how I can target these people?"
Why would you do that when you could just spend $50,000 and buy the election, right? That's what the Russians did, right? Wasn't that the theory from the Democrats 2016 election? Trump won the election because Russians bought $50,000 in Facebook ads, and then we did the math. It's equal to like 1,000 likes on Facebook.
My point is they won't even have to buy likes anymore. This is how they Winston in real time. Because once again, podcast is live. So how can you Winston things in live time, David?
Oh, well, simple. You just don't show it.
Well, right, you don't show it, but you still have to release information, right? So
Sure.
you either don't
you have-
show it, or the things that are released are so compartmentalized and controlled
Uh,
that you can Winston in real time.
Ryan, I've known you quite some time now. And I will say, I think the entire time I've known you, you've talked about chemtrails.
Yes, that was gun rights and the poisoning food, water, and the environment were my
Well,
one
so-
and two, and then
water
the
vapors.
Fed, and then 9/11. But yes, chemtrails for basically as long as I've been politically awake.
Check out this from courtesy of O'Keefe Media Group. Oh, O'Keefe, James O'Keefe. Are you aware he's a Bills fan? Did you know that?
No, that's dope though.
Smart. Apparently,
Did he think it was the inside job? He's gonna interview and make sure that the refs get caught.
apparently, he really should do that. Apparently, like some relative of his grew up in the Western New York region, so he grew up a Bills fan.
It checks out that in Western New York you have to like blackmail people to get the truth. It definitely checks out, dude.
With that
Place is
said,
ran by the
he
mob.
always does great work, and now I'm an extra fan because he's a Bills fan. But he got this fun little clip. You should show this to all the people who said you were a conspiracy theorist.
The ability to put sulfur dioxide up there is actually a pretty cheap way to cool down the air.
Yeah, I was just at the one of the events, and I support the work you guys are doing. They said that BlackRock was behind all the climate stuff, so I really appreciate that.
Got BlackRock behind us.
We spoke to a lot of people, and I spoke to this one guy from Denmark, and it was remarkable because he actually said that they would think about doing artificial rain, and he works with DARPA.
We're looking at Vanguard Technologies for creating a rain platform.
Sorry for the same people building murder robots.
DARPA.
Definitely not a weapon.
How about SAI, stratospheric aerosol injection?
Oh, yeah.
Sulfur dioxide
Mm-hmm.
in the atmosphere. So yeah, artificial rain, we work in that space, yes.
And as I was recording this guy comes up to me, a farmer from this region, and he says he wants to shoot Trump. Trump's the cloud. Is this the best point to shoot? Let me just take a photo of it. To shoot the president. That's a turret. He's gonna blow him up.
Someone noticed the wig, so we have to get the hell out of here.
Fucking crazy. What the fuck? The best part about James O'Keefe is normally he just finds like, this is our theory on this, is that he probably just finds like
It's like his sister. It's his sister.
It's probably like any 7 off the street, and like these dudes are just immediately opening up the second they get talked to.
It's like, dude, I'll pay you $500 if you ask like 12 questions to this guy about COVID. It'd be like, okay.
It's probably not even that much. It's probably like, I'll just buy your drinks for the night. Just carry this camera and ask this guy a bunch of dumb shit.
Look, I'll tell you, you can pick an outfit out no matter how much money it costs. I'll buy you dinner and I get you drinks. You just got to ask a guy a bunch of questions. I'll pick you up, drop you off.
Maximum cleavage. Let's get this guy to talk.
I need you to look like as slutty as you can, but like still be able to go to a coffee place, like go for a cup of coffee and ice cream.
But that's the first time I've seen James O'Keefe in a wig, so that's interesting. Apparently there were no 7s available.
I definitely don't know how he thought he was gonna not be recognized in that fucking awful haircut.
It was the worst. I guess if like
you might as well wear a fucking bright pink suit, dude. Like
maybe
it looks like Dumb and Dumber was trying to conduct a secret interview.
Maybe though, I will say this. Maybe because our brains already know it's him, maybe it makes it more obvious than it actually was to everybody else.
Yes, that's what makes it worse. I know.
Well, that's the thing.
But
Though, like
But I also know that nobody knows that he looks like that, but they're gonna still tell. Like, you look
Have you ever done this experiment
Mhm.
where you will listen to a song? If you put lyrics up to the song that are close, but not the actual lyrics, your brain will hear the lyrics you're reading over what your brain is hearing.
Yeah, you do that with crowd noise as well. Yes.
Yeah. Yep. It's very weird. It's very weird.
Works with vision as well. The
Yeah, I
monkey
feel like that's
experiment
what's
proves
happening
that.
here, though. It's like I know it's James O'Keefe, so like my brain's like James O'Keefe, James O'Keefe, James O'Keefe. But maybe these
He's
people are like, who the fuck's this guy with the weird hair? It's
he's
very
just
possible.
climate activist.
But
I love that if you wanna, like, catch these people, all you do is dress up like a transgender person, you go down there and tell them thank you for all their hard work and killing humans and engineering the globe so that it's a perfect temperature all the time.
with that said, yeah, feel free to show the clip to all those people. You know, I don't even understand why it was such a conspiracy in the first place. I mean, I guess on the face of the claim that they're poisoning our food supply, I guess
Dude,
that is a
look,
serious.
whether or not it's poison or not,
Mhm.
okay. I went there beginning, and then I've always doubled down as poison. But, like, just rationally think about, why the fuck are they crossing and making X's so many times? There's an entire sky. Like, you're telling me you have just those they're just all dropping packages or people off, but they're all flying X's. Like, it just doesn't like, when you look at it and Dave, one of the things I used to say back in the day is we worked outside, right? The garage doors open, we were walking a lot. So, like, we're
Getting back to
outside
work.
more than regular people during the day. Most people that work in an office, they go to work, there's no clouds, they come out, there's clouds. They're like, "Oh, it's just clouds." No, they've been spraying the clouds while you were fucking inside because you're not staring out the window like I am. So, like, I literally am standing there while I'm working, watching these fucking things come in and be like, "Dude, I'm watching them make the clouds." And then people are gonna tell me I'm the crazy one. You can see them do it. They do it at sunrise before you guys get up for work. If you work at 8 o'clock, you're not seeing chemtrails. If you work at 7 o'clock, you will see them. You will see them actively put them in the sky. But if you work at 8, you're gonna get up at 7. But if you work at 7, you're getting up at 6. And in that hour, they know exactly what the fuck they're doing. It's look, I've said this is the other one, and I brought it up when Tucker said the same thing. Go back and look at pictures from like the 90s. There was no clouds like that. They
The
don't
big
exist.
long line clouds.
They don't exist. And then you can look at cloud formations that didn't exist before the 90s. And you will see like the fucking aura. They have one about the aura of the moon and stuff. It makes like a rainbow, a celestial rainbow, or there's one like a sun halo or something. And what it really is all the fucking particulate you have in the air is literally causing a reflection of sunlight. It's doing exactly what you wanted it to do, reflect sunlight, and it's creating a halo around the sun that you view as like like when you wear those firework glasses and you can kind of look at the lights and it does the red, green, and blue.
Mhm.
Crazy. Honestly, that and GMO, the chemtrail thing was one thing, but the GMO and then the gay water, the frog gay water. Like, that's, like, basically and then JFK. And those were, like, my stepping stones into where we are today. That Dave and I can literally call World War III from our living room and tell you that COVID was an engineered plan in a fucking lab. I didn't even know there was a lab there.
Is there anything less believed than the official JFK story?
COVID.
don't
I forgot
know.
who said I just
I
seen it
don't
the other
know.
day. Somebody went on record and said that COVID was the biggest cover up. It was the worst atrocity in human history.
Oh, worse than the Holocaust?
Yes.
That's crazy.
And I've said that. We've said that. We proved it. We showed you why it's worse. The whole nine.
It's
Like,
just pure numbers on a grand
well,
scale.
just
It
wait
is
until
worse.
fucking people start dying. Like, what if there's an extinction, like extinction happens because of these fucking vaccine backfires? But it's not 5 million people die in a day. It's 5 million people die, of course,
It was
year.
it was global. It was non-discriminatory. It was in mass. It had effects on not only life or death, but also your mental state, your economic state, your cultural
You stole
state.
children's lifestyle,
It
like
was
children's
they
development
set
years.
people back. Yeah, like it was
Disabled people got more disabled. You put people in fucking mental
Mhm.
psychoses because they were trapped inside. You let people's grandparents die. You brainwash people into psychologically fucking PTSDing them in New York City with a gong that signaled every time one of their neighbors was dying.
They forced you with mandatory, non-mandatory injections.
Anywhere I went, I had to stick something up my fucking nose. I
Check
couldn't
this
go
out.
shopping without a garbage bag over my head.
You ready for this clip? CEO of Pfizer. We'll let him chime in on this, Ryan, because he's CEO of Pfizer. He's got to know way more than we do.
Kill him.
World when you start discussing vaccines. There is almost like a religion there. So I'm very concerned, very frustrated with that. But I continue engaging, and we have, as I said, a very strong and respectful, both ways, relationship, and we can chat about that.
So, sort of discuss the things that you can get agreements on, and park the issues that you kind of fundamentally disagree on. Works for a while, but it's not a sort of sustainable kind of thing for years to come. Something has to change, no?
The Secretary of
called-
Health.
Yeah, it's called Overton Window. It's called Overton Window. It's called think tanks. It's called propaganda. It's called control mainstream media. It's called Dan Bongino infiltrating the private sector media, in the independent media, in the podcasting media. It's called planned pandemics. It's called geoengineering of viruses. It's called spraying our environment so that it's more fucking virus friendly with their chemtrails. The whole it's targeted food and water programs. It's the fucking known desterilization of its populations across the globe. Yeah, that's what has to happen.
Ryan, the people
That guy needs to be Luigi.
According to that guy, the people who were not for the vaccine were like a religion, Ryan.
Yeah.
We had like a religious faith in it.
Yep.
I don't take that offensively.
Nope, I will gladly say that I am religious, almost religiouistic and cult-like in my hatred of known liars and people that are multinational trillionaires that can leverage independent sovereign states to do whatever a handful of people do and claim it to be democracy, when it is funded, engineered, designed, and maintained, upkept, and implemented by the United States military. David, us as public figures also, when we speak and we believe and you do all this shit with the United States and NATO, the United States citizens have a disproportionate voice at a global level that nobody has ever had ever. One of our voices is more important than the rest of the world because we pay for all this shit. End of story. These people know exactly what they're doing. The reason that I am okay with getting up here and saying that you can drag me away and take me away is because I know that I'm in the right. I know what is right. I know what you people do. I know that you're liars. If you want to call that a religion and a cult, go ahead. You made Jesus a martyr, right? You hung him on the cross. You made him go before trial. You made him beg for forgiveness.
He was very agreeable.
Very agreeable. There's nothing new under the sun. You made him walk after you whipped his body and you whipped him on the cross till he had. You couldn't even tell. There's a passage in the Bible they whipped Jesus so bad you couldn't tell if he was a man or a woman.
Ryan, let's get into the big story of the day. In Davos, where all the weird globalist shit goes down. You know who Jared Kushner is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Trump's son-in-law.
Yeah, son-in-law of Donald Trump, married to Ivanka Trump, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ivanka Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And he's his own little type of entrepreneur in his own little way. But he announced a plan for the region of Gaza. And I think the plan is worth talking about, Ryan. I personally, I love the idea of a big strip mall.
Develop ways to redevelop Gaza. Gaza, as President Trump's been saying, has amazing potential, and this is for the people of Gaza. We've developed it into zones. In the beginning, we were toying with the idea of saying, let's build a free zone, and then we have a Hamas zone. And then we said, you know what, let's just plan for catastrophic success. Hamas signed a deal to demilitarize. That is what we are going to enforce. People ask us what our plan B is. We do not have a plan B. We have a plan. We signed an agreement. We are all committed to making that agreement work. There's a master plan. We'll be doing it in phasing. In the Middle East, they build cities like this in 2-3 million people. They build this in 3 years. And so stuff like this is very doable if we make it happen. Rothel will start with. This will show a lot of workforce housing. We think this could be done in 2-3 years. We've already started removing the rubble and doing demolition. And then New Gaza. It could be a hope. It could be a destination, have a lot of industry, and really be a place that the people there can thrive, have great employment. Once this starts going, we think there should be 100% full employment and opportunity for everybody there. And we have a lot of data on what can be, but we think that this really gives the Gazan people an opportunity to live their aspirations. But it all starts with security, and it all starts with governance.
Ryan,
you paid Hamas to go into Israel so that Israel had every right to fuck them up, and now, dude, that is legit. That is legit nation, David. That is legit nation building. They have a fucking map like Jurassic Park.
But surely, Ryan, they just came up with this plan recently and quickly, of course.
Yeah, surely we can do this in 3 years. How the fuck you know you can do this in 3 years?
A whole fucking
a whole country,
15-minute city,
New Gaza. They called it New Gaza, dude.
He literally talked about removing the rubble. Do you know how fucked this is? This is out in the open. This is the shit Alex Jones used to talk about because he'd read the files and shit. I was reading their documents.
That means they have bulldozers already there. They didn't even ink the paper, and they're like, nope, we're already removing the rubble. But you got to get humanitarian aid in here, don't we? We don't have a plan B because we didn't have a plan A to begin with. We were going to do this the entire time. I referenced Overton window on the last one, but I'll say it again. This is Overton window because 10 years ago, they're like, Gaza's got nuclear weapons. Gaza's got nuclear weapons or whatever. Hamas, whatever fucking lies.
Iran was the nuclear weapon one. But
whatever. I don't, you know what? And once again, I'll go on record again. Give everybody health care. Everybody should have a fucking savings account, a government-ran savings account.
Gaza, right?
I don't give a fuck. Okay, we can. Everybody should give everybody $1 million. I literally, I don't care anymore.
Can we play?
I know it destroys ambition. I know it goes against human nature. I know we all can't afford it. I literally don't give a fuck. I just watch these people murder children and women, then get on here and say, we have no plan B. We're going to go in here and basically nation build it and make New Gaza. This is literally colonization in the 21st century.
Ryan, I want to replay this thing. I want to play and pause this as we go because this is, dude, there were like 10 things in this minute clip that's like, whoa, what?
Develop ways to redevelop Gaza. Gaza, as President Trump's been saying, has amazing potential, and this is for the people of Gaza. We've developed it into zones.
Pause it. I'm pretty sure if the people wanted it, they would have left it and done what they want with it because it was a free state. But you said that it belongs to Israel and that it's an occupied land. Go ahead, David.
In the beginning, we were toying with the idea of...
I want to know when the beginning was. In the beginning, we were toying with
1950.
the idea...
1950.
When's the beginning? I need to know that date.
1950.
It's important to know when the beginning was.
Saying, let's build a free zone, and then we have a Hamas zone. And then we said, you know what, let's just plan for catastrophic success. Hamas signed a deal demilitarized.
Yeah, we were going to plan that, like, hey, we just want this part of your land. And then we're like, you know what? We're going to take all of your land. And if you don't, we're going to fucking murder you. And then after we murdered you, you signed a peace deal.
Well,
after I ripped your arms and legs off, I made you sign a peace deal. And I'm now saying that we were going to have it divided, but they signed the peace deal, so we're going to put it together now. We were only going to do half of this plan before, but now we're able to do the entire plan.
Due to recent events.
kill these people. Fucking hang every one of these motherfuckers, dude. They're murdering children and women to nation build in real
to build
time.
a strip mall.
They fucking kidnapped a president of a foreign country and attacked him with sonic weapons.
Venezuela
and
would be a beautiful strip
applauded.
mall.
Beautiful strip mall. The oil, we're gonna send big oil in there.
Militarized, that is what we are going to enforce.
Give
People ask
everybody
us what our
healthcare and
plan
free
B is.
college.
We do not
I don't
have a
ever
plan
wanna
B.
hear it
We
again.
have a plan. We signed an agreement. We are all committed to making that agreement work. There's a master plan. We'll be doing it in phasing. In the Middle East, they build cities like this in 2-3 million people.
Yeah, they built 2-3 million people cities. And what is this? What does this all say? Coastal tourism, 180 towers mixed used. Residential areas, regional transport and logistics.
Mind you, this was a war zone. How the fuck are you gonna get drywall to build a hotel in a war zone?
Oh, I'm sure they have Lowe's and
Dave, they're pulling wire.
the Tel Aviv Home Depot is outstanding, Ryan.
I build buildings for a living. I literally know what it takes. I've literally been on big construction jobs, like not quite a fucking skyscraper, but dude, I see the guys operate at the stadium. Like, you're telling me you're gonna build a whole 15-minute city in 4 years in a place that was a war zone.
Realistically, how long did it take to build? Well, there was Dubai is a great example because I don't think Dubai was really
10 years.
I mean,
ago. It took about 10 years.
I was going to say more than 3 years for sure, but
Dave, Dubai didn't murder their neighbors to build the fucking skyscraper.
Well, it was already mostly empty, right?
People literally said this was going to happen. Is that a wall too? The pink place is the pink is a wall. I would laugh.
No, that's coastal tourism with 180 towers mixed used. 180 towers. Towers.
Dude, there's viaducts in my local community rotting.
He said it's going to be like
spend our money building up the Middle East because Trump said it had potential.
He said 2 to 3 million people, I think. Right?
And
I love that he bragged. He's like, this will give people jobs and money. You just murdered their fucking family members.
Well,
you think they're going to be happier giving them a hotel to work at? Are you fucking serious? They're going to be happy with a 7-Eleven job after you murdered their children.
Well, they were all booby trapped.
You sick son
Every
of a
building
bitch.
was
Oh, that's right. They killed everybody, David. Well, now I know why they booby trapped every building, David.
They build this in 3 years, and so stuff like this is very doable if we make
it happen. It's super doable when you blow up all of the buildings before you go in there and demolish them correctly. If you had to like control demolition of a whole city, it would take you a lot less time than just carpet bombing it with fucking the United States military. If you had to tear this down, this would be like a 15-year project to tear down old Gaza and build new Gaza. But if you just use the United States military and a couple terrorists that you paid fucking a goat and a lamb and 2 slices of bread to go shoot up some Israelis, then the Israelis can blame them. This is called the false flag, people, if you don't know this.
Yeah, I mean, don't
gross. This is so gross.
Don't forget.
This is so gross. These people should be tied up in public and beat by every one of those fucking people in Gaza that got murdered.
Yeah, don't forget some of the weirdness surrounding the October 7th attack in this light of new context.
Dude, this is literally... This is cool.
This will show a lot of workforce housing. We think this could be...
I watched you murder children. Children, my daughter's age, Dave's kid's age. Shoot women, blow their legs up. And then you're going to get up here at a World Economic Davos meeting?
Oh, wait, hold on. You want the best? Do they come back to him? They do. Hold on. We'll get back to that.
For years, we've already started removing the rubble.
Already started removing the rumble. Already started removing the rubble will be a quote of the year candidate 2026. Let's do quotes of the year candidates, Ryan. I'll start a new page in the book. I'll put it in the back with the Epstein lists. Hold on. I got to put this down here. 26 quote of the year candidate already. It's not even the end of January. We got a good candidate. Quote,
removing the rubble already. We
already
removing rubble.
Removing the rubble.
Jared Kushner. Davos. January. Put like the month at least.
Jared Kushner. Davos, January. That's a fucking wild quote. Already started removing the rubble. What the fuck?
Doing some of the demolition. And then New Gaza.
Wait, hold on. Was there more to that quote I missed?
And then
hold on.
Years we've already started removing the rubble and doing some of the demolition.
And doing some of the demolition. Holy fuck. Oh, that's so fucked up. That's such a great. What did we learn, Ryan? These people can't help but tell you what they're doing.
Well, they don't feel bad. They don't feel bad when they tell you what they're doing to you.
Already started removing the rubble and doing some of the demolition is fucking crazy.
And then New Gaza. It could be a hope. It could be a death.
100,000 plus permanent housing units, 200 plus education centers, 180 plus cultural, religious, and whatever. 75 plus medical facilities. Going to need those. New Rafah.
Maybe you wouldn't need medical facilities if you didn't blow up the ones that you said that Hamas was in there hiding behind women and children. You fucking assholes.
The best part, though, of all of this, ready?
Destination, have a lot of industry, and really be a place that the people there can thrive, have great employment. Once this
good, gotta have good jobs.
Starts going,
that's all they care about.
This is the 180 tower coastal strip, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Why can't we have that in America? I thought we were going to be investing in America.
Well, I got Miami. Did you ever go to Miami?
That's not America, David. One city's not
Miami's
Miami.
in America.
But I don't know if you know this. Gaza is nowhere near fucking the continental United States.
No, but like Miami has this. It's in America. But if you go there, the police are going to knock on your door because you had a quote about the fucking removing the rubble.
And full employment and opportunity for everybody there. And we have a lot of data on what can be, but we think that this really gives the Gazan people an opportunity to...
Okay, this is the best part. Look at the background.
Board of Peace.
Board of Peace. Wait, hold on. What was the quote?
We already started removing the rubble.
No. Freedom is slavery. War is peace.
Oh, yeah. War is peace.
War is peace. War is peace. Board of Peace. War is peace. Board of War.
Mm-hmm.
We already started removing the rubble and doing some of the demolition.
Super peaceful. Peacefully. They were peacefully removing the rubble and demolition.
Yeah, we were just peacefully doing the demolition and removing the rubble.
Protesting.
Where'd all that rubble come from, Jared?
We're just peacefully building 180
How
tower
long did you
wall
plan a 180 tower coastal line? 2 months? Oh, there happens to be a lot of rubble here. Better do something.
Dude, how the fuck did you get those blueprints verified? Like, how did you draw prints for that?
This is the most egregious clip I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
We literally caught you nation building in real time. You murdered men, women, and children so that you could take their country, rob it of their natural resources, and build them 7-Elevens and say, without me, you wouldn't have a job. These people are sick. And there will be military tribunals, and we will watch them hang. And I personally can't wait.
This is actual fucking madness.
This is actual, like, disgusting. Give everybody, and I don't want to, look, I'm going to say it again. I don't care. We should all have free healthcare. We should all have free education. You can provide us all food. You can give everybody food stamps now. I don't want to hear it. We should all eat free meat. Everything should be free. Electricity should be free. Natural gas should be free. I watch you murder children to build a wall of towers so that you could rob another place of its natural resources. I watch you release sonic weapons and make people bleed from their brain, even though I was told the weapons didn't exist, even though it hit some of our U.S. officials in Havana a few years ago. But it didn't exist, and now it exists, and we're using it as a psychological warfare to make Latin America stand on notice because they know we're going to rob them next. Caesar showed his teeth, David. And yeah, I don't want to hear excuses anymore. Dave Ryan is 1773. Catch us on Rumble for the only podcast in human history. As always, David, I appreciate you the most. And I'll see everybody soon.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Tim.